Alright, I'm finally getting this monkey off my back and reviewing Prince Adam No More, widely recognized as one of the best written episodes of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. So this episode begins with Skeletor kicking Beastman out of Snake Mountain for seemingly no good reason. In fact, Triclops even points this out in a little conversation with Merman at the start.
Say, what's Beastman done anyway?
Nothing. Skeletor's had one too many defeats from He-Man and he's taking it out on poor old Fuzzface.
At the palace, Man-at-Arms is trying to make some repairs on the attack track when Orko accidentally causes it to go haywire. Adam becomes He-Man and stops the attack track. Now, the reason Duncan was doing repairs was to get the track ready for King Randor's tour of the kingdom, and much ado is made of who is going to be his escort for the trip. Adam plans on going with him, but is a bit disappointed when his father chooses He-Man instead. Well, in the end, Duncan apparently changes the king's mind, and the trio of Randor, Adam, and Duncan head out. In the meanwhile, Beastman is moping with his Shadow Beast friends, and then decides to kidnap the king when he sees them on the road. Duncan gets nabbed, Adam tries to help, but ultimately the king is captured. Once Adam and Duncan are freed from Beastman's freeze ray, Duncan has a little heart-to-heart with Adam, who transforms and then heads out to save his father. Now, Skelly is not at Snake Mountain when Beastman shows up and meets up with Merman, so the two of them decide to have some giant-ass chicken wings to celebrate, as you do. But of course, He-Man busts their party, rescues Randor, and the pair of them kick some robot ass, after which Randor admits that he is proud of Adam despite how he's treated him. And then Skelly shows up and chews out Beastman and Merman, but forgets to kick Beastman out again, which pleases Beastman.
Oh, I don't know. It's kind of nice to be home.
Now, Prince Adam No More, in my view, might be the single best script from Paul Dini, who most of you know as pretty much the #1 character writer on He-Man. I mean, the guy's penned Teela's Quest and Creatures from the Tar Swamp, so some of you might even be a little surprised it's taken me this long to get to this episode. Now, I will say the main thing I really love about this episode is that it is the definitive episode to focus on Adam as a character. I think a lot of people forget that Adam and He-Man are supposed to be different people, but I think equally many people also forget that Adam simply pretends to be irresponsible and an airhead in order to keep his secret identity a secret. And what makes this episode so great is that it really shows that Adam doesn't really like having a secret identity, since it's really hurting his relationship with his dad. It's very rare for He-Man to really show this side of his character, and that's why this is such a good episode. Equally, it's an interesting peek into Beastman's character, who really gets kicked around for the first half of the episode. However, my favorite part of this episode is when he's just chilling with Merman, because it kind of shows that they're sort of a pair of bros.
Oh, actually, I'm surprised you came back, considering the way you were treated.
But I also find it kind of funny that when Skelly shows up towards the episode's end, he seems to have forgotten that he kicked Beastman to the curb. It just tells him and Merman to clean up the robots that He-Man and Randor fucked up. There's a lot of great novel moments in this episode, including Randor kicking ass. Yeah, he technically did that in The Secret of Grayskull, but this is a much better episode. There are a few weird production quirks, for instance, when the characters are literally driving through this forest. Also, when Beastman grabs Adam, his neck flesh seems a bit flabby for some reason. And also, what exactly happened to Orko at the start? He just forgot how to levitate? Now, Prince Adam No More is not an action episode, which I admit is probably partly the reason why I haven't gotten around to reviewing it. It is very low-key, but unlike some of the low-key episodes from the end of Season 1, which I discussed in a prior review video, this one really works and does show a lot of character from Beastman, He-Man, and Randor. I will admit, it's no Rainbow Warrior, which is why I've never featured it in any of my top 10s, but I would say a definite must-see from He-Man's first season. And that's all from me for now. Until next time, I have the power, so can you.